Screaming Chewy Show, your source of entertainment and overall fuckery. And it starts now.
Okay, last week, some people were saying that Chewy was found in a locked room, tied to a chair with German piano wire. Some say that you gotta swipe your finger on his face just to get him to unlock. All we know is he's your host of the Screaming Chewy Show, Chewy.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you for the introduction. And if you guys listening would like to know more about what happened, stay tuned for the next episode and the one after that. Maybe you hear, maybe you won't. I don't know. And
possibly, I'm offended that I was German.
I mean, that was a quinceañera. I don't know why it was German piano wire. It should have been Mexican.
Mexican, Latino at least,
They got some Latina hair.
Yeah,
That's
pretty strong, bro. Long black.
Hard to break.
Damn, bro, that's if you have that on you, I'm pretty sure you get beat. Or you have been threatened to get killed at one point.
Well, if you're dating a Latina and you have another Latina's hair on you, yeah, you're gonna get beat.
Oh. Or they're gonna get a shovel to smash her windshield.
That's in what episode was that? Oh, Crazy Love. If you guys want to know more about that.
Oh shit, there was an episode about it.
I wanted to name it Crazy Bitch, but that wouldn't fly on Apple because you can't put curse words on your titles for Apple. They won't post that for some.
Not even if the word bitch is in the
Misspelled.
form of a female dog.
They know what it is.
Right, so they know you can't be sly like that.
They know nobody says bitch. You know, talking about a female dog, they know it's a fucking bitch. You know, crazy bitch.
Yeah.
I think we offended crazy bitches.
I was gonna.
You guys think so?
Nah, I don't give a fuck about crazy bitches.
I don't think they give a fuck, right?
That's true.
Oh, no.
So why should we give a fuck if they don't give a fuck? You know what I mean?
I like that. That sounds like a rap song. Why should we give a fuck when they don't give a fuck?
Yeah. Platinum, bro, right there. You just did it.
Aluminum.
It's really not that hard to do it. I don't know if you guys
By the
know.
way, guys, he's a SoundCloud rapper. His name is DJ Pollito.
DJ Pollito on the mic.
Hey, I'm kind of a rapper too, bro. I made a song one time called 40s in the Fridge. You know what I
40s in
mean?
the fridge.
Real quick. 40s. Can you guys beatbox? No. 40s in the fridge. Keep them really cold while I'm fucking this bitch. Now she's sucking my dick. And that's all I got, really. 40s, 40 ounces of beer in the fridge,
40s.
cold while I'm fucking a bitch.
Yeah.
True story, It really hits home, that song,
Did you fuck her with the 40?
Unfortunately, they were made out of glass back then, and it didn't turn out very well. I
You had to
believe,
take her to the hospital afterwards?
yeah, and that's why now they're made out of plastic because of her. She started that movement
Oh, that was
Not because of you, but because of her.
but because of her, because of her ass.
because of her ass, and she tried to kill me after that.
With the same glass that she took out of her ass. That's
She
crazy.
picked it out and tried to slash my throat.
That's a lot.
Was her ass dummy thick?
Real thick.
Dummy thick.
Dummy thick? Can you explain that?
Yeah, can you explain that for us?
An ass so thick you just go stupid.
Oh.
Dummy thick.
Well, I usually go stupid right before I nut, like,
Oh yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah.
So-
how about when they're already like that? Do they go like normal? They're like, oh yeah. And then they go back to, that was so good.
No, that's the British. I'm arriving. All proper and shit.
Hey, what about
I don't know that story.
you want to tell Ellie?
Um,
It's not like a long story.
It's more on your end because I was inside the store.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
this was back in the
Get on
day.
your end?
Yeah, rear end. So it was back in the day when Lee was driving his '76 Camaro. I don't know where we're going, but
Circle K. I think we were just going to probably grab
like beer or
18
cigarettes or
pack or
something.
24 pack.
So Lee parked and he went inside, and I was in the passenger just waiting. and there was a guy standing in front of Circle K. I don't know if he was homeless or not, but I think it was a black dude. And he walked up to the car like with his eyes fucking popping out. He's like, "God damn! God damn, homie!"
Did he throw in a homie?
Yeah, he's like, "God damn, homie!" And I'm like, this dude fucked up or what? Like, and I didn't know what to tell him. And he's like, "God damn, homie!" But he was talking about the car, how nice it was. I guess that was his way of expressing how.
Yeah. I remember when I came out of the store, I was a surf kid. You're telling me, yeah, one guy comes up and he was asking for change, I think.
Oh,
He was asking
yeah.
for change or something. You're like, oh no, I ain't got nothing on me. And then that's when he's like, "Oh damn, homie, that's a nice ass car." And you told him, it's a Camaro or whatever. And I guess he just walked away in the night and just God damn in his way home.
The way he said it, he just
disappeared.
hurts my brain.
You can only see him if he smiled.
That's definitely gonna offend some people. Hey, talking about that, did you guys hear about one of the most amazing, funniest movies we all love, Tropic Thunder? Could you hand me one too, please?
Yeah.
So Robert Downey Jr. played a white guy in Australia. That's a method actor, right? You know, actors are really heavy into their role, and so he was it makeup or did he get surgery in the movie? Like supposedly?
No, he got surgery.
So he got surgery to be a black guy, right?
Yeah, within the movie, it was a surgery.
Because he was so submerged in his role, right?
Yeah, he took it.
That
very
was the
serious.
role of the movie.
Yeah, he was a dude playing a dude as another dude.
Yeah, he was the dude playing a dude that was disguised of another dude.
Yeah, there you go.
So people are mad now. The cancel culture is raving about this. They want to cancel that, even though that movie came out a long time ago. They're fucking pissed the fuck off at Robert Downey Jr. And I saw that on Facebook and I commented, well, what's next? They're gonna get mad at white chicks because it's two black guys playing as two white chicks.
Whiteface.
Whiteface, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, because Robert Downey Jr. blackface,
Mhm.
and they, white chicks did a whiteface. So yeah, guess what? They are mad at that now.
They're mad at white chicks.
They go, yeah.
White Chicks is one of the greatest movies.
I love it, especially with Terry Crews. That motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people are.
It's just getting out of hand with all this cancel
They're
culture.
offending me with all their offense.
And now there's a brown face.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you guys seen the trailer with a Shia LaBeouf, whatever his name is, the tax collector. So he plays a gangster in LA. He's a top dog, and he collects taxes from every gang in LA.
Yeah.
And if they don't pay up, he fucking tortures or kills them, but they have to pay, right? So he's a tough motherfucker. In fact, he got his whole chest tatted up for real, just for the role. For the
In real
movie.
life.
Yup.
Really?
And so he's a white guy, the actor,
Yeah.
but he plays as like a Mexican cholo.
Well, yeah, 'cause there ain't no Mexican name named Shay.
Right?
If it is, it's Che.
It's Chele Boff. And so people are actually, it's just a trailer. The movie's not out yet. People are mad because they're saying he's a white guy playing a Mexican guy that they should have. So he's doing brown face.
That's just.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. He's an actor.
It's just a role. Like, I mean, I don't know how people don't understand. I mean, I'm a Mexican. I'm not offended by that. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure if we go back and like to any movies, it's gonna be movies where an actor portrays something that he really isn't. I mean,
like Scarface. Al Pacino.
Scarface, yeah, Al Pacino. He's not. What is it? Cuban?
Or Colombian.
In the movie, he's Cuban.
Cuban, yes.
In real life, Al Pacino, he's what? Italian?
Italian, yeah.
Something
He's
like that?
Italian. So I
Cuban
mean,
B.
are they gonna be mad at him and go back to fucking 1985? I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever
whatever
year.
that.
And they're gonna like try to cancel him. Like that's so retarded. Like
Yeah.
and like Tropic Thunder, I think came out. I just googled it. I think it was like 2008.
Wow. That long
Like
ago.
12 years ago. Like you're offended now? Why? Just because they were bringing shit up and you want to cause attention? Now you want to like get offended over stupid shit?
Mhm.
Fucking retards.
Yeah, like even what was it? I saw it the other day. They're getting offended of Ace Ventura, the first one.
Oh my
With
god,
Jim Carrey.
dude. That's a fucking amazing
Why? 'Cause
movie.
He comes out of the rhino's ass.
No, the first one. In the first one, he's working for this female detective. In the first one, he's trying to find the mascot of the what is it?
Was it a dolphin?
Yeah, with the dolphin.
Okay, when he finds the ring inside of the thing.
Yeah,
I think I
in the
remember that.
pool or the diamond that came off the ring.
The
or something.
ring, yeah.
So he's trying to find.
Oh, in the blowhole? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's in. I'm talking about in the pool. No, it was in the pool filter.
Oh, because he
Full
said he
filter.
found it in the hole. I'm like, the dolphins blow.
And it was in some sort of like hole. I remember. I kind of remember. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
The diamond that was on the ring, he's going through the pool filter, and that's where he finds the diamond, and that's when he's trying to find who has this ring that's missing a diamond. So he finds out that it's an old putter or not putter, a punter on football.
Yeah.
Ray Finkel, I think was the character's name in the movie. Well, in the movie, Ray Finkel, he was playing. I can't remember if it was like college football, and it was like the last game, the championship. And this Ray Finkel was supposed to kick a field goal and win the game for the entire town and everything. So he kicks, and I guess the wind took the ball and it hit the goal post, and it didn't count. So he lost the game. You know, it's that famous 3 seconds before the game ends. You got do a Hail Mary. Yeah, you got to make it. Well, in the movie Ace Ventura, this Ray Finkel, he loses the game. He goes fucking psycho, and for some reason it ties into this dolphin for Miami Dolphins. I think that was like the mascot for it. And so Ace Ventura, he's going around, he's doing all this research. He finds out who Ray Finkel is. Then he finds out that Ray Finkel has had a sex change and is now a woman, I think it was. And the woman is the woman that hired him to find this dolphin. So at the end of the movie of Ace Ventura, he's trying to prove to all the male co-workers of the police department that the woman that they work for is not the woman, it's Ray Finkel after a sex change. And as he's ripping the clothes off the woman, like they found that part, the cancel culture, they found that offensive of Ace Ventura ripping her shirt off and ripping off her pants, and she's just standing there in her bra and panties, just all ashamed. And
I'm not remember. Wait, so in the movie, is she post-op?
I believe post-op.
Oh, okay. So it's a dude, basically.
So it's still a dude.
No, pre-op. Yeah. No, pre-op is before.
Right? Yeah, pre-op.
Post-op is after.
Pre-op is penis, then post-op is no penis.
Oh, okay. So it must have been post-op, because there is a part in the movie where Ace Ventura, I guess he had sex with her before he knew that.
Oh, was that the chick when they have sex and they play that song In the Jungle?
I think so, yeah. And they're going at it. All the animals in his apartment are going like crazy.
Yeah.
And when he finds out that she is a he, then you see him there with like a plunger in his face, fucking trying to get the taste out of his mouth.
Well, because he did something else.
So you'd rather have a dirty plunger in his mouth than a post-op.
I think I would be in the same boat. I'd rather have that in my mouth.
So at the end of the movie, as he's ripping the girl's clothes off, all the other male colleagues that work for the department, they're there in disgust, going ugh, then knowing that who knows if anyone else messed around with this woman or maybe thoughts they've had of her.
So she was a hoe.
She looked like a man.
She looked like a man.
She looked like
That's the only way I can put it.
Alright, so talking about that, I watched before you brought this up, and I just remembered that movie Joanna Man.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
So it was a basketball player, really famous, but he was like a Kobe type basketball player. He would never pass the ball. He was really selfish.
Oh, okay.
There was like
Did he fly helicopters?
before Kobe got in a helicopter and blew up. So you know how Kobe was known because he was so selfish. He wouldn't pass the ball. Same thing. But this dude was like mean to his teammates, so nobody liked him.
Oh, he was like that cocky asshole.
Yeah, there you go. So then he got kicked out because I think he mooned the crowd or something like that. So the NBA kicked him out of the NBA. So he had like no career, and he got this like brilliant idea of like going into like the women's NBA or women's basketball league or whatever it is. So this would dress for like a girl for like a year or something like that,
And to play
in the women's basketball league. So I mean, like, are they gonna get crazy on that movie too? I mean, there's so many movies. I think if we just go back, it's always gonna have like something like. So, okay, so are we gonna get mad at Predator because the motherfucking actor is acting like a fucking alien?
It offends
You know what I mean? It
aliens.
offends aliens. A fucking alien's gonna come down and be like, well, everybody's getting offended. I'm gonna get offended now because we don't fucking look like that.
Imagine they come down like straight up like Mars attacks and destroy humans. And they're like, we fucking heard, we saw your fucking movie, we find that offensive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna murder all of you.
It's going
Hey, and talking
Fucking
about
play what, classical music?
that movie is so 90s. You know what I mean?
That was a good movie though.
It was stupid, but it was funny.
You know what? I think my mom rented that movie like back then from like Hollywood Video.
Did she think it was dumb?
Well, my mom was like, "Oh, it's a kids movie and shit," and then we played it. I was like, "Oh shit, that's a good movie." I think I watched it the other day. What is it? It's called like
Isn't it Attack from Mars?
Oh,
Attack
Mars
from
Attacks.
Mars Attack.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh shit, this was
Yeah.
And hey, how we're talking about she looked like a man. What about the actress? She was a white lady acting as an Asian lady, right? Because Miss Swan was, because she would even squint her eyes. She'd be like, he looking like a man.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So what was the other one? Okay, so what was it? Scary Movie 1, the gym teacher.
Although Miss Man,
Yeah, Miss Man. Remember the fucking nutsack falls off and everything?
and she was
When she's sitting there and the Miss Man comes next to her and fucking her testicles bumping her arm. Her testicles.
that's true, and she was all buff and shit.
Yeah.
She was the
So I mean,
PE
like,
teacher, right?
Yeah.
come on, I mean, like they're gonna have to go after so many movies. It's just so fucking stupid to like the shit that they're pulling.
And because they're all offended.
Yeah, but I mean, like, why weren't you offended back then when they came out? Like, why now?
Well, this whole new culture, let's say if they're born in 2001, so they're barely turning
They're like the new
like
millennials.
18, 19 years old.
They're sensitive as fuck.
If they were born in 98, they just turned 22, 23, right?
Yeah.
So back then, they're too young to understand. what
Because
was
they
going on.
didn't experience the 90s
But
like
I
we
mean,
did.
Yeah.
We're not that young when we watched the movies. We kind of understood like where everything stood, but we didn't get offended.
Bro, like,
Yeah, because back then, a comedy was a comedy.
All right, so how about this? The movie, what is it? 20. It's not the first one, but the second one, I believe. 22 Jump Street. Because
oh, yeah.
when in the beginning the dude tries to act like a Mexican gangster.
Oh,
yeah.
And so like, oh yeah, he calls him Sir Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It's not that my name Jeff.
oh yeah, my name Jeff.
Is that one?
I was like, come on, dude. Like, are you gonna get offended at that too? Like, what the fuck is this? A fucking comedy. Like all those movies that they're going after, they're like everything is comedy. Like White Chicks, or Tropic Thunder. Let's say that one. They haven't brought that one up, but now if they hear this, they're like, oh yeah, let's fucking watch that one. You know, there's so many fucking movies, and they're all like, it's just a role. Like I would understand if it was, you know, based on real life or something, and then you got offended.
A documentary kind of.
Well, I mean, okay, so I don't know if you guys remember that they took down or they had to do an edit on that movie, The Passion of the Christ.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think I may heard about that.
Okay, so I took my mom to watch that movie when it first came out.
I
So
bet
the
she
movie,
cried, huh?
and I have the explicit version. I still have it. The movie is really, really explicit, like really down to
Graphic.
like graphic to like the Bible graphic.
When they
like,
had those whips with the hooks.
with the hooks and they were cutting his back, and then you can see like the lashes and everything.
I've heard the book is better.
Spoiler alert, he dies at the end.
But wait, he comes back though.
He comes back.
He was like the ultimate prankster. Guess what? I'm not dead, bitches.
3 days later.
Imagine like Jesus was like a magician, but people aren't impressed because they know he has powers. Like he pulls a rabbit out of the hat. They're like, we know you have magic.
What was the famous? He's like, whoa, how do you do that?
Cup of water? Would you like some wine? People are like,
You did that already. We read about that one.
Yeah.
Can you make people canas?
some Jenny Buchanan's.
Aged by 12 years.
Age by 12. Do it 24. It might taste a little better.
Right.
You're Jesus. You can do whatever.
He's all like sad here.
Yeah.
Can you read my book first?
But I mean, so people got offended, but that was a true story. That was like a documentary. That was, and well, actually, the Jews got offended.
Oh.
So Jewish people got offended because, I
They made them
mean,
look bad.
the movie did everything
By the book.
as in what happened exactly. They took it as it is offensive. I took it as the truth because it's there and you guys know it because they admitted it in their thing. But now when they put it on the screen for everybody to watch, now they get offended. I mean, like, come on.
Did they
But I understand, but I get it. So I was like, okay, yeah, all right. It's a little thing. Maybe it was more Christian sided than it was anything else sided. But they cut some of the scenes off, so they made it like a director's cut version of it. I have the original one, but it's really, really hard to find it because of that. So I would understand if all these other things that they're going after was something like that, but it isn't. You know what I mean? It's not a documentary. It's not based on real life. It's just a movie. You know what I mean? So it's like, are you guys gonna get mad at what's his name? The one that did the Passion of the Christ?
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, because he portrayed a Jewish, like.
I think they got mad at him because he was racist. He got pulled over and he said something. He like talked shit about the Jews or something.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
Supposedly.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, but Mel Gibson still portrayed. Okay, whatever it was, if he was going after the Jews, but Jesus was Jewish. I mean, he was an actual Jew. So, I mean, him portraying the Jew being a Christian, are Christians gonna get offended because he did that? But I mean, that movie came out so long ago, so it would be really, really stupid if people were trying.
Watch, now that you mention it, people, Christians are gonna get mad.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? There's so many movies, and if we keep thinking about it, we can probably just keep going all fucking in.
Yeah, just this with Mel Gibson. You got Mel Gibson in Passion of the Christ, Patriot, and
Patriot.
Braveheart. Where he's
yeah.
the Irish. They can take this, they can take that, but they will not take our freedom.
Our freedom.
Painted his face blue. He did blue face. The Smurfs are mad.
No, that's the Smurfs.
The Smurfs are gonna get
Blue Man
offended.
Group.
The Blue Man Group. Blue Lives Matter. Wait, that's cops.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused now. Are cops Smurfs? Are cops part of the Blue Man Group? I'm confused.
No, that's the blue line.
Oh, the blue line.
Not blue lines.
It's like when you snort meth from Breaking Bad. It's blue. Jesse, we need to cook Jesse.
Well, no, we all saw what happened when one of the characters on Breaking Bad snorted a line.
With like Tuco.
Tuco, yeah. Yeah, she's like, yeah, red, blue, green. Fucking beats the fuck out of his best friend.
Oh yeah, he kills him.
Yeah. He's like, look at that! Look at that! Fucking knuckles all scratched up.
Then he walks away, and he tells the other guy, "Cut his body away" or some shit.
Yeah, I have said.
But you know what? I think the worst part is we're feeding into this cancel culture, and we're like listening to them. Because this cancel culture has been around for a long time. People have been offended and complain about it on the social media forever. But most people don't give a fuck. They just ignore them.
Yeah.
But now it's gone to the point where they're listening to them and taking, like, for example, Looney Tunes, right? Elmer Fudd gonna find me this rabbit, you know. Mm-hmm. He's always trying to hunt Bugs Bunny, right, and kill him with his hunting rifle. Well, apparently people are offended by guns, so Looney Tunes is actually taking away Elmer Fudd's gun. They also probably gonna take away Yosemite Sam's revolvers, you know.
And then the Martian, what's his name? Marvin the Martian.
I think it is Marvin.
Marvin the Martian. He has a gun too.
The ray gun, right?
The little ray gun.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just the one thing that I get more pissed off at is probably more at the people that take the stuff, like give into the stuff that they're doing, more than the people that are complaining about it. You know, because like, what if we go on the opposite side and there's a people, like, let's say people gather and they're against the canceling culture, whatever it is, and they call themselves, I don't know, the opposite, the fucking
cancel culture.
Cancel
That's what I was
culture.
thinking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they go up and they're like, well, I'm offended that he doesn't because I'm pro gun. You know, that he
Oh
doesn't
shit,
have a gun.
huh? It could go both ways.
Yeah. And I'm like, are they gonna put it back? Like, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's just like a lot of things. Like how who was it? I think it was Barack Obama who took away the Pledge of Allegiance from schools.
Oh, that's right.
Because he gave into it because when we were going to war with the Iraq and all the Muslims, the refugees came here, they were offended that their kids would have to go to school and do the national anthem. I'm like, or the Pledge of Allegiance. I mean, it's our Pledge of Allegiance. You came from your country to my country.
That's true.
Why should my country give in to your stuff? Let's say if we were refugees and we went to their country, do you really believe they're going to take away their fucking speakers that they have outside and do their hourly
their daily prayers? Yeah.
They're not going to stop that because of us. Why are we stopping something that we have that's our culture? Like, I grew up with the Pledge of Allegiance. I think we're all the same age, so we all grew up with that.
Right.
For them to take that away, and now our kids are not going to know the Pledge of Allegiance, or the new generation, they probably don't know it because they took it away because they just felt like, oh, the Muslims or, you know, whoever it is. I really don't care. If you came to my country and you know, either you like it or not, like, you can step out of the classroom like they used to do it. I mean, I know there was all kinds of kids. I don't know if you had some, like back in Halloween, like, you know, when in elementary school, when you had little Halloween parties and stuff. And, you know, you had always that one kid that their parents wouldn't let them celebrate Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do? They would take him out to another room, or they would put him somewhere else, and he wasn't involved. Why don't they just do that? Just like the dude, he takes a knee for whenever they do the national anthem. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. That's on him. You know what I mean? Let him do whatever he wants to do. If you want to do it, you do it. Leave him alone. I mean, I get it. People get offended, but then again, you're a little bitch if you get offended. He's just taking a fucking knee. Just let him.
I think it's funny though. Like, I don't find it offensive, but I think it's funny how they want to make him a hero. Like, I seen this post. They had a United States soldier army that died for this country, and they had Kaepernick, and they said Kaepernick is just as much as a hero as this man who died for his country. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
It is.
That man literally died for his country.
Yeah.
Kaepernick
Just took a knee.
Took a knee. And he's like, I'm offended by this country. You know, people are gonna get fucking pissed off because there's people that worship him.
Well, the thing is, the reason he takes a knee and has the freedom to do that is because somebody fucking fought for it.
And you know the story behind that, which I find fucking hilarious. Most people that defend him don't know this. But the reason he started taking a knee, he said in an interview, there was a black guy that, I don't know if he was on drugs or what. I forgot the whole story.
Oh,
but he had a knife.
He died?
Well, no, I think he got shot.
No, another guy.
Oh, you know, Jerry Lopez. I can't breathe. Right?
Another guy that took a knee.
It was
Oh fuck! That was a white guy that took a knee on a black guy. Fuck. So anyway, Kaepernick took a knee because there was this black guy that had a knife and he was like threatening people and they called the cops, and there was this black cop that came to the call and the guy wouldn't drop the fucking knife, so the cop shot him and killed him. Now I don't understand how that's racism because it was a black cop that killed a black guy holding a knife, but that's why Kaepernick takes a knee.
It was either that one or it might have been more, because if I remember correctly, a couple years ago, it was I think like a young black man that was running away from a police officer, a fat white police officer, and that police officer shot that black man in the back as he was running away.
Oh.
If he's running away, yeah, he's not a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running away from you. But it being by a
No, and I know, like there is a couple of times that there has been some, like there was no point of them shooting them because there was with the taser you can take a lot of people down. I mean, they could. I know some of them. I have seen videos of some dudes take like 3-4 shots of the taser, dude ain't going down. I understand if that dude is a threat, then do it. But I mean, there's so many other videos of like cops, like even when like, I'm not sure if it's media or whatever, but they put videos of like white people with knives, and cops won't shoot them; they'll just tase them.
Yep.
But a black dude with the knife, so there is a little bit, and I think we can all agree there is a little bit of it,
big time racism.
Yeah, I don't know if it's racism. I don't know if they're.
It's that white, the white privilege.
Yeah, but then
the
again,
then
to put it this way, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna offend people. I know it probably is gonna offend people, but if cop thinks that all black people are like that, it's because that culture has been brought down from probably back in the day. They're probably not like that anymore. But back then they probably were, so cops are still scared, or they're still.
Oh, when there was that gangster rap.
Yeah, back then, because back then, dudes would shoot at cops. They wouldn't care.
You make a great point. Now that you mentioned that about the gangster rap, back then they were really gangster.
They were really gangster.
Nowadays they wear skinny jeans and pink shirts.
And that offends me.
Right? I'm like, that's not gangster.
That is not gangster.
I'm not afraid of that guy.
For all little bitches out there trying to be gangsters, if you have skinny jeans, bro, you can't run. I will kick your ass. I'm not gonna hit you in the nuts because your fucking pants are down on your knees.
So that ain't tight, they like back up there.
Yeah, they probably did turn into a fucking vagina. I'm gonna call you a fucking transsexual and shit. It's like ridiculous. But yes, back then gangsters were gangsters. They would shoot back at cops. And this wasn't, a lot of black gangs were known, but there's also a lot of Mexicans or Latino gangs that were the same way. LA was one of the biggest places where there was black gangs and Mexican gangs. Latino gangs, because there's what is it called? The Latin Kings.
I grew up around that shit.
And then
fucking drive-bys
Mara Salvatrucha. All those dudes are crazy. They're like, there's no joke. You know what I mean?
We see the videos.
If I was a cop, I would be scared. Would I do some of the stuff that some of the cops did? No, because then I can tell, I can just tase this dude or I have to shoot this dude. But yes, they probably came back from that, from like maybe the same cops will tell you, hey, you better be careful with black dudes around here because they always have things. Well, they always have, it's always like gang related. There is a couple of them, like if you notice, like on the media, if they don't have a gun, if they don't do anything, I know black people naturally are like really hyped. They're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm like, just do it. If you have nothing to hide, okay, I know it's your right. But if you've seen every other person, or let me put it this way, every other black person that did the same thing, it didn't go well for you. So what I understand, you are black, you might be, the cop is probably racist, but if you do what he tells you, put your hands down, get on the ground, just do it. Me being Mexican, if a cop told me that, I'm just gonna do it, regardless of if I did anything or not. What's the point of escalating it where you just can get out of it? Just do it. There's a lot of, I don't know if you've seen this show called All American. It's about a black kid, like in high school, that plays football. He gets hurt, but he gets shot too because he lives in like a really ghetto place. And that in that TV show, it shows that the black community is showing like the younger community. He's like, don't ever run away from the cops. Do whatever they tell you to do. I'm like, that's all. I'm telling them it's nothing different than what they're showing them. If that is the truth,
like
they show them that from the beginning. They tell them never run away from a cop. What else do they tell them? Just stay quiet. Do whatever they tell you to do.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Yeah, exactly. And that falls for everybody. I know it probably is more lenient towards that area, but that goes for anybody. If they tell you, I probably have the same chance of getting shot if I don't do what they tell me than anybody else.
Hey, so while the cop's giving orders and you listen, are you gonna say, "Sí, señor"?
Sí, señor. No entender inglés.
Okay.
Like in South Park.
Put your hands up. Okay.
That's how you get shot, bro.
They get hit with the nightstick. He's like, oh, sorry, sir. You said hands up. Oh,
No,
sorry.
Fucking pop your one. Okay, yeah, perfect fucking.
Tases you. You're like, oh shit, hands up. Oh my bad. You just. I learned English.
Excuse me, sir. I have
You
rights.
knocked the stupid out of me, alright?
I have rights, sir, and you're violating them. You're telling me why you're pulling me over now.
I know my rights.
Fucking so back to the Looney Tunes. People are mad because of the guns, right? But are trans people gonna get mad at Bugs Bunny for dressing as a female, putting on lipstick, and kissing other characters?
Now they are, because you mentioned it.
And it's a big smooch kiss, like it goes like,
Oh yeah, one of the big wet ones too.
yeah, he leaves a fucking lipstick mark on them, you know?
Yeah.
They love it.
He does it passionately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Elmer Fudd probably got a chub out of it once or twice. You know.
He's like, he does that laugh. I can't do it.
What was that? The Peter Griffin laugh.
It was, huh? So like, I don't get it, man. Like, this whole cancel culture is fucking bullshit, and people are giving into it, right? So just like Aunt Jemima.
Oh yeah, they're taking that
Fucking
down.
maple syrup, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And she also makes pancake mix, right? Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna change the name of both because it's racist, apparently.
How is it racist?
I don't know. I guess Aunt Jemima means a black lady. I don't really
Just
know.
the name.
Yeah, I was looking up on that information about Aunt Jemima. And that name Aunt Jemima started in I think like the late 1800s. It was like a character of a mammy. It was supposed to be like a black servant, I guess, like of the house.
Oh, okay. Like a maid kind of
Yeah, like a maid in a way. And the whole thing is about Aunt Jemima and her pancakes is, even though she was a servant to this white family, she made the best pancakes ever. Where she eventually, I think it led to a story somewhere, where Aunt Jemima taught one of the white ladies of the household how to make these pancakes. And the white woman, she went and made these pancakes and became real famous for it, gave no credit to Aunt Jemima.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but this was, I got it written down somewhere.
1800s.
Yeah, the late 1800s. I don't remember the years exactly, but it went all the way through. And I think in the 60s, they like redid their image. They kept the same Aunt Jemima. They just like changed her face and her hair and all that. It's not a real person, is Aunt Jemima. It's just something that someone came up with.
Oh, so there's not a real Aunt Jemima? Oh man, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but it's just a character that they came up with back in the 1840s or 50s, I want to say.
But now it's racist.
And now it's because it's a picture of a black woman on the pancake mix box.
So a black woman can't be the picture of the pancake mix box.
Because
Because it's black and racist.
yeah, people think it's
Is that reverse racism?
It's a good
Maybe-
question.
Do they
Something.
okay, so they're taking it, they want to get it out because it stands for like a black servant?
a black maid that was making these pancakes.
But she wasn't a slave, right? was
She
she a
probably
slave?
was if it was the 1800s.
More likely, probably. But then again, it depends on
What time frame? Yeah.
Not time frame wise, but where in the U.S.
Exactly, yeah. If it was north or the south, because remember, south like the slaves and north. Yeah, but I mean, I get it, but it's been Aunt Jemima since I remember. I mean,
forever.
I don't think anybody really cares where it came from. Like,
It's just
to-
some good
to
fucking
us-
pancakes.
No, I mean, even if like to us, like when we used to get like the the Fry's brand or the Food City brand one.
Or
When we got
Value.
when you saw somebody get like the Aunt Jemima brand, they're like, oh, they have money.
Hey, for real?
Because we never bought Aunt Jemima
You
pancake
couldn't
mix.
fucking afford it.
Yeah, or the syrup.
It'd be like
We
Great
always
Value.
had the dollar fucking syrup, like the
Mhm.
best way or best brand or whatever, and fucking like best way or best brand or whatever it is from like the store when it got it from.
Yeah, the cheap.
You know, like $2
brand.
fucking box of pancake mix
Of
compared to
Canadian
I
maple
know.
syrup.
and fucking like and then Aunt Jemima was like $5 a box. So like we stayed away from that. But then you would go to like your rich aunt's house and then they had Aunt Jemima. And you're like, oh shit.
And then we're so
What's
Mexican.
pancakes?
We're so Mexican. We wouldn't even call them pancakes. It'd be hot cakes.
Hotcakes, yeah.
Hey, get hotcakes.
Oh, pancakes.
Get a pancake. You know, I gotta say, Aunt Jemima. Guess Aunt Jemima.
Está bien bueno, era, está bien bueno.
Tía.
La tía Jemima.
Yeah, how do you say Jemima in Spanish?
Jemima.
Yeah, just pronounce it.
But I mean, that's like a staple for pancakes. I mean, it's like it was like the top. I mean, it still is. I'm pretty sure because I don't think I've ever. Like you say Aunt Jemima to everybody, the first thing you think is pancakes.
Yeah,
I mean, regardless-
or the picture of
coming
of her
from,
on.
Yeah, or you remember. I mean, to be honest, I just remember a black lady. I don't really know how the picture looks like, but
She's like smiling. Like,
yeah, and then but that's what you remember: the red box with the black lady and it's Aunt Jemima. I mean, that's like high end. I mean, I don't know how that
Yeah,
could be
that's
racist.
their logo. That's,
Yeah,
that's what,
I mean,
that's
I
how you
don't
know
see that
brand.
that's racist. I mean, Mexicans were slave also, like sometimes, you know, and then, you know,
Well-
we were slaves to the Spaniards and
Yeah, I mean, so in Mexico there was originally the Mayans and the Incas. The Spaniards came and raped them and killed them. They completely destroyed some of their religious texts and replaced it with Christianity. And you know, they killed a lot of the men and the women they raped. And some of the men, they're like, hey, if you want to stay alive, you gotta change into Christian. You become like us. And I don't see people in Mexico rioting and taking down statues of the Spaniards. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
we're getting offended.
yeah.
A Spaniard movie gets sent
they'll
to
be like, oh
Mexico.
yeah, that did happen.
Yeah,
because
because
it's
Mexicans
history.
don't get fucking booty hurt like fucking white people.
Right? Like, Mexicans are just grateful to have fucking food on their table and work hard, you know what I
I
mean?
mean, it's because it is what it is, regardless of what happens. I mean, like, I think, to be honest, I think most of the movies that come out in Spanish are actually from, like, Spain. They're not really, like, it's
They have
really
that
rare
least-
when you see, like a big shot, like, in the movie theaters, like, Mexican movie. I know Eugenio Derbez was one of, like, the first ones to actually make, like,
Oh, Derbez, the funny
Yeah.
guy?
yeah, he was one of the first ones to like have a Mexican movie like that I know of, you know, that I can remember here. But I remember watching all kinds of movies from like, I don't know, you guys probably don't know, like Mario Armada, like back in the day. Their brothers that they used to have like these infinite revolver ammo ones. It was like 6 shooters, but they would never run out of bullets type thing.
A 6-shot revolver
Yeah.
with a 100-round
With the
magazine, box
Uh,
fed.
Yeah, box fed
Fully
from his
semi-automatic.
Mexican belt.
I love those old Mexican movies because when they get shot, they always go, ah! And then they fall slowly, ah!
Yeah, really dramatic.
¿Por qué?
But like those are the movies, you know, those are the movies that I grew up as in Mexican. But most of the movies, like we were talking about that movie from that jail that they have the hole in the middle that the food would come down.
Oh, the platform.
The platform. So that movie is Spaniard Spanish,
Mhm.
and you can tell because it was like corazón and.
They were lit.
Yeah, they have like this weird like they use like TH instead of like
The
like
S.
yeah, the S or like
Or Z. Or...
Z or R's.
It's just showing how they would pronounce
Yeah,
the words, the
yeah,
language.
and that's like how Spaniards speak it, so you can tell it's like a Spaniard movie. And so like we don't get offended because you know like oh they're coming out with more movies than we are, or you know, or Spaniard people are trying to act Mexican, or you know whatever it is, you know what I mean? Because now I don't know if you guys like. I know Jesus probably remembers novelas. I don't know if you saw novelas when you were little.
Not really.
Okay, like the Usurpadora, you remember that one? The twins that the lady wants to switch because they find out they were twins and then she.
Dude, that's old school.
Okay, so those
Damn.
those are all Mexican ones. Now, if you take a look at the novelas that they play now, they're not Mexican. They're like Middle Eastern.
Oh, they're dubbed over too.
Yeah, they're dubbed
Spanish.
over. They're no longer like any Mexican novela. Yeah, they're dubbed over from like Iraq or like the Middle East or Spaniard or Brazilian.
And they're like fucking dramatic as fuck, yo. Like,
yeah, they're like fucking Mexican. It's like fucking crazy. Like you find out like everybody's like the same, but it's all like, you know what I mean. So like Mexicans, I don't think Mexicans got offended because fucking Univision is playing like Middle Eastern novelas, you know, or soap operas. I mean, it's like, it's so weird that people are getting offended over like little things that to me are like, I don't get offended. I don't get offended easily in the first place, but I mean,
Yeah, like
it's too like, how can I put this? It's like really new. Like I remember back then things were like so different. Like something happened, you're like, ah, whatever. Now something happens, anything happens, it like blows over. Like everybody's like fucking offended. Oh no, this happened. You know, this guy got kicked out of school and you know, bring Teddy back to school, unsuspend him because he didn't really do anything. He just, you know.
Yeah, if anything, it's probably like the either the new generation or maybe how technology has changed, Facebook, social media, anything like that. Because back then, you
Yeah,
know,
so we didn't have that.
yeah, we didn't have fucking Facebook. We didn't have cell phones. At the least, all we had were pagers.
yeah.
Remember that?
No.
Pagers?
Fucking pages.
The social media too. Remember MySpace, bro? Like,
Yeah,
I remember
first came
all
out.
I used it for was just to send you stupid ass funny videos. Remember?
Well, that's what we use Facebook
Well,
for.
exactly. But
to Facebook.
MySpace was just like what your friends post and what you send each other.
Mhm.
But now Facebook is that, but full of news, media, bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking bullshit and marketing.
Yeah.
It's either a commercial for something that, you know, hey, buy this. Hey, look what Trump said. Hey, look at this new virus. It's gonna kill us all. Hey, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then a funny meme.
Yeah.
So
What's funny is a lot of people would like fall for stuff like that just because they're ignorant.
yes, big time.
They don't know what's like really going on. They just fall for whatever. And so that's how most people get caught into like flat Earth shit and like that.
Oh, and now they have their own communities too.
Yeah.
So now that you're like, oh, you believe the Earth is flat? Me too.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh,
join
so
my,
smart.
Join my chat. You know what you're doing, China.
China. Like, my brother would tag me in flat Earth shit just to get a rise out of me. He and his flat Earth friends defend him sometimes. Well, that's why he does it, because he knows that they could defend him. But when they're not around, and he can't answer back, he just won't. So like he'll tag me and shit like he's like, gravity isn't real. How come we don't just float away if the Earth is spinning? And yeah, so stupid shit like that, right? He's like, evolution isn't real. How come birds can fly and we can't? And I'm like, well, you see, birds have hollow bones and they're very light, and they have these things called feathers. They evolved to fly,
Feathers and wings.
and things we don't have.
Yeah.
And he never replied back. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
We have evolved. I mean, from like so your wisdom teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody knows that the wisdom teeth came from like way back in the day when we used to be like cavemen, that we would eat like raw meat.
Raw meat.
So that's what those So that's what those extra molars were for, to like break down the raw meat. Because I don't know if anybody likes eating raw meat. Whoever's listening. Like
So I'm on a carnivore diet.
It's pretty chewy, you know, because I like my, you know, like medium rare.
You call me? Chewy.
I was like, did I butt down?
You look at your phone. Did I call you?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna order pizza, bro.
I was
okay.
wondering why you had pizza on your phone. Like, what
Fat.
was this? Is that like Pornhub with pizza?
Porn for
Gluten free?
Is there gluten? Oh, there is.
Yeah, that's what that
Oh
said.
my god.
I'm offended.
Yeah,
and
that's
gluten-free
another episode
pizza.
right there.
Let's cancel Papa John's.
Let's cancel Papa John's now. They have 4 meats, and my dick isn't one of them.
I'm a vegetarian. There is no vegetarian pizza. I mean vegan.
Vegan. I think they do have all that shit.
Do they? Is it just bread?
And breadsticks.
It's like a round fucking donut of breadsticks.
They just fill it in with bread.
It can't be cheesy because that's not vegan.
Like stuffed breadsticks. What's the
Stuffed breadsticks with breadsticks.
Yeah, it's more
You
breadsticks.
just get breadsticks and throw leaves on top of it.
Salad, grass,
Kale and spinach.
grass, and almonds.
Chia seeds.
And that's it. Fucking vegan.
I wonder.
$18.
That'd be disgusting, bro. Yeah, and then they charge. Have you guys noticed that? I was thinking the last time that I'm like, the reason that I'm fat is because I don't buy salads. But then you have a fucking $1 burger and a fucking $5 salad. I'm gonna take the $1 burger and be fat.
And
I'm
the
gonna take
salad.
5 of the $1 burgers.
Let me have 6 just in case.
Yo, I'll save 2 for later and eat 4 right now. Then you eat all 6 and feel like a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
As you're driving home, you eat 2 on the ride home, and then you eat the other 4 when you get
When
home.
we get home.
That reminds me. Bro. I see this random ass video. I don't know if it was a documentary, but somebody took a clip of it, and it was I don't know if a documentary about like losing weight or something, but it was this fat guy, and he was
fat guy.
yeah, like he was really fucking fat, dude.
A fat fuck.
Fat fuck.
Frank.
And, you know, his family, they were kind of heavy too, but it was a documentary about him wanting to lose weight and how he's got to change his life and stuff, right? But they show like a clip of his daily life. Okay, he went to go get pizza.
They showed a clip of his daily life.
And so he went to go get pizza, right? He comes out with a stack of like 7 fucking pizzas. I'm not lying.
Like single stacks? Like
individual
boxes.
pizzas or boxes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
my bad. 7
boxes.
stacks. I mean, a stack of 7 boxes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I counted the boxes individually. I paused the video and I'm like, how many fucking pizzas is that?
4, 5, 6, 7. Can I have one box?
Yeah.
Fat fuck has outdone me.
And it's like a family of like 5 or 6 people. I'm like, that's a lot of fucking pizza, right? So he fucking has that stack, and then they go home, and he gets to his house and puts the pizzas down for his family. There's only 5 boxes. I'm like, this motherfucker ate 2 pizzas on the way home.
2 whole pizzas. We're
Yeah.
talking about 2 fucking boxes.
Yeah,
16 pieces, bro.
I'm like, how the fuck? Like, no wonder this motherfucker's fat. Like,
Yeah, I mean, holy shit.
and then when they sat down, he got more pizza as everybody served themselves. He got more and served himself.
Like pretending he never ate.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing like when you buy French fries from a fast food
Oh
restaurant.
yeah, and you're like,
You're eating the fries out of the bag, so when you get home, like, ah, fuck. So you give them the lesser one that you ate out of, and
or you
keep
just
the-
grab yours and kind of even it out and be like,
Oh, hell no.
not much there.
You know,
No.
you know how weird.
Yeah, they didn't put that much in. I'm sorry.
That was yours because I saw them. They didn't put that much. But this,
I'm weird. I actually wait till I get home because I'm one of those guys that I have to put ketchup on my fries.
oh, I don't like
So
ketchup.
like, I don't want to be like fucking trying to put ketchup on them and like fucking all messy and shit, ketchup all over my fingers and shit.
Just fucking just stuff your face full of fries and just get a ketchup bag and
Smart. I like the way you think, bro.
Duh.
Maybe I'll keep a bottle of ketchup in the car.
the fucking pump on it.
This heat.
Yeah, no, this heat.
I get pulled over and fucking sir, license and registration.
You get pulled over covered in fucking ketchup.
And salt and shit from the fries.
They're gonna think you just murdered somebody.
Yeah.
Get out of the sir!
He's
Get
got
out
a
of the car!
gun. It's a ketchup bottle.
Yeah. Get out of the car, sir! Sir, get out of the
He's
car!
like, put your hands out of the car. You're so
And the
fat, it
dude-
doesn't fit.
He's like, get.
Hey, so cancel culture. So shit that we grew up watching, like Ren and Stimpy. Do you think that would fly nowadays?
Hell
Like Ren and Stimpy, bro.
Alright, so you guys remember Cow Chicken?
Yes.
That's his laboratory. That they
Yeah.
would always like eat pork butts.
Oh
And
yeah.
they would show the pork butts.
They were eating ass before it was cool.
Yeah, they were eating ass before it was cute.
Dude, I forgot about
They were
that.
ass eaters
Yeah,
from day
even
one.
had the little tail, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They made pork butts look good though.
they did. That was like
nice,
their
but-
favorite thing. It was like,
that was like their.
who came up with that though? Like, I'm gonna make their favorite food a pork butt.
The only thing I think is rump roast, because there is an actual rump
Yeah,
roast.
that's pretty much what it
That's
is.
true. I've heard of that.
So
It's the ass of the pig.
it's like it
cheek.
could be like the ass cheek or even the pork shoulder. It's still considered a rump roast. But for the cartoon, Dexter's Lab and Cow and Chicken, it being a kids show, they had to make it funny. So rump roast was
Pork butt.
fucking a pig's
Ass.
thick ass,
Yeah.
thick with 3 C's.
But then, okay, so that.
With 3
Alright, okay, so besides that, so you guys remember, so Cow and Chicken, and then I just remember, what was it, the weasel and the monkey,
baboon.
the baboon.
I am weasel and
I am weasel
I
and
am
the baboon.
baboon.
And the baboon had his ass sticking out all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's how it was in an episode of Ren and Stimpy.
The toast guy.
Oh, Toast Man.
Toastman, yeah, when he used to fly backwards, and in order to hang on to him so he don't fall off, you gotta grab his ass and get a handful of ass cheek. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that like the weird chihuahua looking one?
And the cat,
And
the red
red
cat.
cat. Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's this episode where they're at a zoo, and this fucking baboon, and same thing, his ass is sticking out, it's all bright red and like it looks nasty. Because for those of you who've never seen Ren and Stimpy, like SpongeBob,
We highly suggest that you watch it.
yep,
Go on YouTube. Go. It's not on Hulu, is it?
could be on.
I wish it was. If it was, I'd be watching that shit right now.
And
Go on Amazon. Look up the DVD. Buy every season. You'll love it.
I have season 1 and 2 on DVD. And so there's this so yeah, they could get pretty graphic sometimes. They'll like zoom in, like it looks fucking nasty, you know, like just all the details. Like they'll fucking pick your nose and there's a booger and they zoom in on the fucking feet.
Oh yeah,
and
with
it's all
the
nasty.
slides,
Yeah.
the shitter.
Nose hair.
And so that's how they did with the
Bone in there.
monkey's ass, the baboon's ass, right?
Turd and caca.
Yeah. And they noticed that people were feeding the zoo animals, right? The baboon would like fucking do the dance. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh my god!
I
They
think I
give
remember that.
food. And then Stimpy's like, no, Ren's like, Stimpy, we could do that. You know, so they dress as monkeys and they sneak in the cage to get people's attention and get fed for free. They'll be living their life because they're street animals. But then the fucking baboon like beats the fuck out of Ren, but he likes Stimpy, so he's like catering to him and like picking his fleas and eating them. And then Ren's like trying to be friends with the big baboon, and the baboon turns on. He's like, and he points at his back, you know, tell him like, hey, you want to be my friend? You have to eat my ticks. And then, oh, dude, you can see like under the skin, like a big bulge. It pops out. It's like a fat ass fucking tick. And then Stimpy like,
yeah, it's like a tick that's latched onto the back of the baboon, and this flea or tick, whatever it is, it's like pulsating with like the blood. And it doesn't
He eats
Ren, yeah, he doesn't eat it, but he, in order to get it off of the baboon, I remember he like bites onto it and he's trying to rip it off the back. But it being a cartoon, so you see the bite chomping down on it, and the thing's like fucking getting squished, but not popping. Eventually, he pulls it off, and the skin stretches like 3 feet or whatever.
it was like fucking nasty. Dude.
I remember that one. I haven't seen Ren and Stimpy in so long. But
Well,
I
we saw that as a kid. But get this. Remember Ren and Stimpy, the lost episodes?
I think so.
When they show titties and they cuss?
Yeah.
Remember, it used to be on Netflix, but they took it off.
Yeah.
But Ren and Stimpy, they show nudity, they cussed. And so Ren and Stimpy had this relationship where it was like they were hinting that they were gay, but they never like confirmed it.
Yeah.
But in the
I know
lost
what you're talking
episodes, they made it pretty fucking clear, yo.
Very obvious.
There's this episode where they're sleeping inside a homeless man's mouth. And then Stimpy's like, Ren, I can't sleep. Can you give me a goodnight kiss? And then Ren's like, no, that's gay, or something like that. He's like, please. He's like, okay, close your eyes. And then he closes his eyes and he grabs a rat and he's like holding it by the tail. And he's like, okay, pucker up. And he fucking, and you can see the rat's pink asshole. And Stimpy gives a kiss and he, right onto the rat's asshole, dude. He's like fucking
Going
big smooch. And he like pulls off and is like, and you can see the asshole pulsing like, and he has like brown on his lips. Like
It sucked a fart and turned
fucking Ren and Stimpy did that, and I think it was at the end of that episode, or it might have been a different one, because something Stimpy said, but Ren's like, I'm the big Alright guys, and we're back. Took a short break, commercial break. So yeah, back to cancel culture. There's some few TV shows. Oh no, fuck, or we could talk about Uncle Ben's. Cause we talked about, I got off topic here. I went to, hey guys. We talked about Aunt Jemima and now
during the break, we brought up a lot of stuff that we should have earlier. I took some notes, but I left a lot of shit out of my notes. Earlier, we were talking about the Aunt Jemima. It became around the late 1800s. Also, Uncle Ben's, the Uncle Ben's cream of wheat.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, I remember growing up eating that as a kid.
That's the best in wintertime.
Wintertime or just even breakfast.
And my grandpa, he had, on my dad's side, he had a habit of either oatmeal or cream of wheat. He would get little bits of white bread and then put them in there. And so since I was a kid...
How come the bread gotta be white?
It's racist. That's a good question.
Putting white bread in Uncle Ben's.
Why not wheat? It'd be like double wheat, right?
That's too much wheat. You never do full wheat.
So, that's why, because there was wheat and white bread, so there's diversity,
Yes.
which is the opposite of racism.
Exactly.
But anyway, it was fucking bomb as fuck. Ever since I was a little kid, I would do that. And just thinking of cream of wheat reminded me of my grandpa.
Yeah. So
Uncle Ben's brown rice.
Brown.
There's a black dude making brown
rice.
So you want him to make black rice?
or white rice.
Well, if it's black rice, that means it's just burnt.
If it's white,
That makes sense though.
it's undercooked.
Huh?
If it's white, it's undercooked.
Wait, that's the Asian rice.
White rice.
There's long green white rice. How come it's long?
Yeah. And then you're mentioning
Why can't it be fat?
Yeah.
fat rice, some big old chunks. Ew.
No, there's actually a pasta. I can't remember what it's called. There's a pasta that looks like large grains of rice. I can't remember what it's called.
And I just want to go back to say when you made the burnt rice, I laughed because not because you know
He's like, not because I'm racist.
it's because it reminds me of my dad, bro. So he don't know how to cook, and like years ago when my mom used to work, my dad would try and cook us lunch, and you know I love my dad.
Did it
but-
take them an hour to make minute rice?
No, they was trying to make like the Mexican rice,
The Spanish rice?
Yep.
Yeah.
and so for salt, you know how you get a pinch and just sprinkle a little bit. He got the fucking big ass salt thing,
Yeah, the whole container of salt.
and he's like, he just fucking dumped it on there, and he ended up burning the rice. And, 'cause
Was it black rice?
a lot of it was.
On the bottom it was, I bet.
Dude, and I
Was it
remember
Uncle Ben's black rice?
it was my dad's black rice.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be nice and still eat it because it even smelled burnt. I was like, but my dad cooked and you know I was like, all right, he's trying. So I ate it. Oh my god, dude! First thing I tasted was salt. It was just like burnt salt. Like, oh, that's what it tasted like, bro.
Burnt salt.
And that's what it reminded me of. That's why I laughed, bro. I'm like, fuck, when my dad made rice.
When your dad made black
For
rice.
sure, when he was putting the salt, in, perfect.
When it was burning. Perfect.
Smoke coming from the lid. Smells it. Perfect.
Like Mexican music. In the background. He has a Bud Light.
That's probably why he burned
I
it.
think he did have a Bud Light.
He was drinking.
It's not the fact that he forgot to turn the burner down to simmer. He just fucking put salt, left it on high, covered it. All right, time for a beer.
He's like, rice is fucking easy. Like, I love my dad. So proud of him. He just recently became a U.S. citizen because he used to be a resident.
Like U.S. citizen.
Yeah. So, for those of you who haven't heard, we're listening right now. So my dad, he has a Mexican accent, and
Because he's from Mexico.
so it's not racist. Well, instead of "Hey you," he'd be like "Hey Jew," and so I'd make fun of him and be like "Hey Jewish." And he's like, "What? I'm not Jewish." And I'm like, "Well, he said "Hey Jew," and he got the joke, but he didn't think it was funny. And so when he was gonna be a citizen, I was like, "Dad, you're gonna be a Jew-ass citizen," and he thought that was funny. But
like with me, like right away when you said that, hey Jew, first thing that popped in my head was the Beatles. Hey Jew.
Hey Jew.
Yeah. And your dad doing the fucking karaoke at a bar.
Oh,
hey Jew.
I'm gonna have to ask him if he can do it. I'll be like, "Dude, I'll buy you beer, whatever you want.
Right.
Tacos."
Just sing the song.
But what's weird is the coincidence, because when they did a ceremony for his citizenship, it was at the Tucson Jewish community center. So I'm like,
so
"Dad,
becoming a Jewish citizen.
Yeah.
Jewish community.
No pun intended. It's just funny like that.
So I'll be at work and I'm like, in front of everybody, we'll be at lunch. And I'm like, "Hey Dad, you're a Jewish citizen." And he's all, "Shut up."
Shut up.
He's like sick of it.
Yeah, I'm saying you got tired of your shit.
He's like, "Shut up, Jewish."
I'm Jewish now.
Walks by, hey Jew.
Yeah, so cream of wheat, brown rice.
I completely forgot what we.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
That's why we're here, bro. Just have fun, just go with it.
But yeah, Uncle Bet's, this whole cancel culture, they're going after the same reason for Aunt Jemima. There's a black.
Because Uncle Ben's still alive.
Been around since 1946, possibly.
He got killed by a cop. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
This fucked up.
I was gonna say he was hanging from a tree.
That might be a little bit worse.
That's the liquor talking.
Yeah.
It might be.
We're drinking, guys,
Well, this is the whole point of the cancel culture. I mean, hey, if they got the right to express themselves, we have the right to express ourselves. I mean, that's our First Amendment.
I think I said this before. I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally.
Yeah, he really does. He's an asshole.
Not racist, not prejudice. Not racist, not prejudice. I hate all you motherfuckers equally.
Everybody equally. I don't like you more than another. It's just
we are all scums of this fucking earth.
you guys
are, dude.
I'm pretty cool.
He basically said, "Fuck you, Lee. Speak for yourself."
Yeah, pretty much. Very much.
You know what did I put today? Oh, I put this picture of this fat guy, right? And it says, everybody says, "Oh, why are you so fat?" Well, it sounds better in Spanish, but I'm just gonna try.
I see.
Why are you so fat? And not ask me like, "Hey, are you okay, fat guy?" or something. In Spanish, it's like, "Estás muy gordo, pero nadie me pregunta cómo estás gordo." Like saying, "How are you?" How are you doing? And then fucking Arlene, our friend, she like posts down there. She just puts laughing faces, and then her second comment is all like, she's all like, "Nobody asks you because you're an ass." And I was like, well, that's kind of true.
And then you commented, "Where's the clitoris?"
Oh, I should have. What's the clitoris? Guys, I know everything about everything. Like, what do you know? Well, stuff. I know a lot of stuff. Like what? Like stuff.
I'm gonna send her this episode.
Like, exactly at 1 hour
9 minutes.
and 9 minutes, and what it started from an hour and 7 minutes.
No, that's your opening clip right there.
Just making
What's
fun
the
of her.
clitoris?
I know a lot.
And then, hey guys,
I'm offended that you don't know where the clitoris is at. As a woman, you've beaten it up since you were 13.
You lift the hood just like the car, just hit you with your fingers.
Yeah, you just gotta stick the fingers in the hood.
snorted. I went, pork butts.
That's because you're smelling
Yeah,
that
taters.
pizza, bro.
Or breaking spuds.
Pizza. Everybody listening is like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? Pizza? I ordered pizza. It's sitting
Yeah,
right
they're
in
talking
the
about
table.
Aunt Jemima's, Uncle Ben's, and
Oh, that's right. We're talking about
Pork
cancel
butts.
culture.
and the thickness.
Are they gonna
Triple
cancel
thickness.
Papa John's because he's like white and not Italian?
Well, it's funny you say that. Did you hear what happened? He got
No.
fired.
Papa John's?
He got fired from Papa John's. Papa John.
How
He said a racial slur.
What was the racial slur?
Let me look it up real quick.
I want to see how racial
Look,
it is.
Papa John's is no longer part of Papa John's.
It was his fucking company, so
Who's this Papa John's?
I know.
What I get because multiple people owned it. They had
This
their
is
shares.
this is the South Side for his Papa Juan's.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm an idiot. In Google, I literally just typed in Papa John's and it's telling me local restaurants. I'm like, wait, why am I gonna order? It's right here. I end up ordering more pizza.
You're gonna end up ordering
An hour later, we have 4 stacks, 6 cans of beer.
Recording 4 hours later.
I'm like passed out.
Okay, so Papa John's founder used N-word on a conference call, and you can see in the picture, it's Papa John, the guy you see on the commercials.
What N words though? There's so many N words.
Was it nerd?
Was it
Nerd? John Schnatter, I guess that's Papa John, the founder and public face of pizza chain Papa John's, used the N-word on a conference call in May. Schnatter confirmed the incident in an emailed statement to Forbes on Wednesday. He resigned as chairman of Papa John's on Wednesday evening. This was June 11th,
Well, he was
2018. So, happened a couple years ago.
Wait, damn. So that was way
2018.
before this.
Yep.
So he said naggers.
Yeah, the people that nag a lot.
Yeah, naggers.
But yeah, dude. So, well, he resigned. So,
So he quit. So he didn't get fired.
but he
Yeah.
said the N word on a conference call. Bro.
But who was he on a
2018?
conference call with? 18. Yeah. So that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So was it racist back then as much as it is now?
Okay.
But I think it's racist just because he's white. Is that the thing?
Because he said the N word.
Yeah.
Did it end in ER or with an A?
I'm pretty sure it's ER. Because
So
I don't
then
think
it's
he's
racist.
cool with people like that in the conference call. Be like, what up, my NAs? You know?
What is up, my Negroes?
Yep. There you
Knee as in Knee. Grows. GROWS, alright? So don't get confused.
His Negroes.
go. And but even shows are being canceled, right? You're just telling me about.
Yeah.
Cops.
Shows are being canceled. Cops, Live PD, and all the other Live PD spin-offs.
Why are those being canceled?
Well, the reason why it's being canceled due to the protests of George Floyd's death and all that. And
Because of all the cops' involvement. That's the
Yeah.
only reason they're canceling the cop show.
Because of
Yes.
police brutality.
police brutality. Also, this is something I didn't know until I was looking it up. If you're not familiar with Live PD, have you been living under a rock? It's literally Live PD. Live television.
Which is fucking amazing, entertaining.
It's better than Cops.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kick-ass show. Live PD, it would air Friday and Saturday nights for 3 hours. During the coronavirus pandemic, the show got more popular due to the suspension of sports. So no one else had
Anything
NFL
else to do? Yeah.
other than
They're
watch
all,
Live PD.
they're all fucking betting on the. All right, you think the cop's gonna win this fight or the criminal?
How much you want to bet the cop's gonna shoot that black guy?
There's this one officer, I think like Lieutenant Brown, I think his name was.
That's racist.
And he's always chasing after a fucking black
Oh,
man.
for real?
Yeah. Every time the camera would go to him, he was always running through the woods in South Carolina or something, running after a fucking black person.
For no reason.
Well, that's
Yeah.
for a reason or no reason?
Not for a reason.
Oh, well,
he,
then,
he got called out there
it was
because
justified then.
he was looking for a suspect, and anyone that's guilty or afraid of the cops, first thing they do, they run.
They run away.
Yeah, they get panicked, they run off.
What if
So-
you really gotta poop? Do you just poop your pants right there and then, or?
Just let them know.
You might end up getting shot.
I'm pretty sure.
Shit yourself.
I'm pretty sure the cop's gonna get really mad when he's like, I gotta frisk this motherfucker.
Well, no,
shit.
wasn't there? There is a video on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, when he had a towel over him.
Yeah,
And he
and
fucking
he
spit
just
on shit.
shits.
Yeah, I think that was a live PD clip.
Oh,
was
It was at a gas station. Like a guy.
I don't remember.
It was some drunk guy. He wasn't black. I think he was like
No,
Oh,
he was
what I
like
seen
Iranian or something.
I don't know. He was just white.
Did he have a towel over his waist? Because when I seen he was like naked, like all he had was a towel over his waist.
It might have because somehow he had his shit on the officer's shoe. Like he literally got shit on the officer's shoe.
No, I don't know if this one has shit on his shoe.
No,
I think I know which one you're
he
talking
like
about.
spread his legs and you just see it plop plop.
No,
Yeah.
He was like on the sidewalk.
And then he just like
then no, it was something else. Because I think what it was, the officer was trying to do like a field sobriety test on the guy, and I guess the guy just turned around and fucking dropped trowel and like a skunk just
sprayed out.
right towards the officer. Yeah, and the
Oh,
officer had
fuck.
fucking shit on.
I would
That's
have,
assault.
if the officer would have
Ventilating
tased
too.
him in the ass, I would have been like justified.
Right in the bro hole.
Right
Right on Main Street.
right in the hole.
In the blow.
Right in the bro hole.
Right, I would have been like, that's justified. To do shit on him, he tased his ass.
I like how you said it with the accent, because it could be a borderline gay joke. Instead of the blow, you said the bro hole.
The bro hole.
The bro.
The hole of a bro.
Norbit. Have you seen Norbit?
A long time ago, dude.
Yeah, at the very end.
like when he
Hey,
first.
hole, right in the bro hole. When he throws the harpoon at the
fat lady?
the woman. Yeah.
Morticia.
I don't remember him throwing a harpoon at her.
Yeah.
I just remember the pool scene where.
Where they don't let her in because she doesn't have a bottom.
Oh,
yeah,
bro, just her
that's
roll
the
cut
part.
sticking out.
Yeah, she lifts up her stomach and her bottom's up. Yeah, it's at the very end where
Free Willy. She doesn't
I
have
can't remember her fucking name, but she gets all pissed off at Norbit, and they're tearing up the fucking town, and the guy that says, "Hey, hold around the bro," he's the guy that raised Norbit as a kid. He was an Asian guy.
The Asian
Oh,
guy.
guy.
hey, you got raised by an Asian? I remember.
Yeah, he was
that.
a
Eddie
Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah, Eddie Murphy played.
Fuck, I don't remember that either.
And then there was
No.
that really hot. Was she black? A black chick, right?
Yeah, can't remember her fucking name either. I just saw the movie the other day too, but
I haven't seen it like since it first came out on DVD.
no. But yeah, as Norbert grew up as an orphan, there was another orphan child there that was a girl, and him and her, they became best friends and almost were like to the point of dating, and they did like all little make believe rings where they would
Married.
be together
Whenever
forever.
the fat lady came around.
Well, eventually a family came around and adopted the little black girl. And then I think
Because she was pretty hot.
because she was a cute little kid, so the family adopted her. But I think eventually Norbit got adopted, went to school, and then that's when he met the girl that he was with in the movie. I can't remember her fucking name.
It's something like Isha. Here, hold on, I got you.
So, yeah,
Isha?
Keisha maybe.
No, it's like Morticia or something.
But Morticia is from Adam's family.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, the mom.
Yeah, the wife of
She was hot, dude.
from the Adam's family. But anyways,
Rasputia.
Rasputia, there you go. Yeah.
Sounds like a demon or something. Something you say in witchcraft.
Well,
Rasputia. Some Destiny fucking bad guy.
Well, you've seen Norbit, you see how she is.
I remember she got in the car, like her boobs were honking.
You move back seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was possessed. There would be more than one demon in that fat ass body. That's where you call it a legion of demons. That's where it first started.
When you have sex with her, it's like in Beer Fest when he fucks that fat. And she's like, ooh, and everything's shaking.
Ah, shit, you need to get out of them wet clothes and into a dry martini. What? And then martini?
And then he wakes up and he's like, I knew the whole time.
Yeah, he's like, come on, I knew the whole time. It's that big girl, she's been in a couple movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking wind.
Windy outside.
Dude, I thought it was like a demon on our roof or something. It sounds like the fucking horror
a horror movie, or
I have my AR ready, bro.
the fucking Wizard of Oz when the tornado comes in, lifts up the whole house. No, that's another movie that cancel culture is attacking. The Wizard of Oz.
Why?
Because
Because the lion.
it offends people without a brain. The scarecrow.
Or people without a heart.
Yeah,
It doesn't affect me.
We all think it's legit. For real?
I know me too, and I was all thinking, why? Because she's from Kansas?
It just offends people without a brain.
That's a good one.
That's why they're all offended.
That one hooks you in, like at work or something. I'll tell people, hey, do you know Bruce Lee never drink water?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, what the fuck, for real? What
do
do you drink? And I'm all, what? And then they pause and be like, fucking stupid.
And then that's why people listen to this podcast. There's a stupid fuckery that we can come up with.
I like Bruce T.
Bruce T. Hey, but for those though, like, it's funny because, you know, talking about the content, I think you can't judge one of my episodes and judge the whole show by it. Because, dude, I could be pretty tame sometimes, you know, have people on and guests and like authors and motivational speakers, and I'll be pretty tame, but sometimes you gotta have that fuckery, yo.
Well, yeah.
So if you listen to my previous 2 episodes before this one, there'll be some pretty serious, dramatic stuff, very positive stuff, positive energy, success, positive mindset.
And what the fuck, are we not positive for you?
Well, you guys are positive in a fucked up way. In a fucked up way, but I love it. You know? That's why we've been friends forever.
That's why we're friends.
That's why we are.
That's why I think our sense of humor is a bit dark sometimes, and it's not for everybody.
When?
All the time, actually.
Anything that does not make it on this podcast.
Sometimes we'll have like people over, we're drinking and shit, and then like, you know, everybody jokes and make each other laugh. But sometimes you or me or Juan will say like a fucked up joke, and only one of like the other guy laughs, and everybody's like, "Did you see that?"
But yeah, it's funny though. That's where I started noticing. I was like, "Fuck, I do have a
One of us will say something fucked up, and both of us laugh. We're like, "Ah!" And then everybody's like,
Yeah, everyone's like, that's fucked up.
We're like, what?
and then the same
Like
with
the
you,
time-
like, you know, me and you leave, same
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
We went to Walmart that one time when the coronavirus.
Oh,
shit
that's when
started.
there was like no meat, huh?
Yeah.
It was, like,
And I don't know, he
it was
said
like-
something about like, oh shit, something, and I'm all like, yeah, because you're probably gonna get the Rona and shit. We probably already have it, and like everybody in that aisle just looked at me
There was some old people next to us too.
like,
And you said something like, yeah, because we're gonna fucking die or some shit like that.
yeah, and then he just looked at me and I was like,
Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, we're just like, oh shit, I was fucked up. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Like, oh, I better get some cleaner or something. And then Juan, like, sarcastically, he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter because we're all gonna fucking die. Like, some shit
something like that, bro. I don't even remember. And people just stared at me and shit. They're all with their masks on, all panicking. Me just with no mask. We just fucking went in there. Fuck you guys in there around that.
You walk around like, hey, symptomatic, right here. Yep. I got it, but I'm good.
It's okay. I'm not gonna sneeze on you. Stay away 6 feet.
Yeah, right?
It's not like we're those assholes that were leaking ice cream and shit and putting
yeah.
it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was right before Rona fucking started
I
getting
know.
big.
That's probably why everybody got wrong.
Right? For real.
Bitches licking fucking ice cream. Because nobody's licking that.
I'll tell you who didn't get the coronavirus, though. The ones eating the Tide Pods.
They built their immune
They,
system.
they did.
Their immune system is really strong.
What about people that did the fire challenge?
Is that the one where they take like hairspray or whatever?
No, that's a newer one.
Oh.
Now they put hairspray in their mouth and spit it out and light it on fire and make like fireball.
Yeah.
No, but like maybe 6-7 years ago, something like that, people were lighting themselves on fire and putting it on YouTube. Like, you could look it up, bro.
Really?
They usually did it in the bathroom or in the bathtub. That way you could turn on the shower real quick.
Yeah.
But they would panic and forget to do that. So they would literally pour, like, shirtless, usually in their boxers or something,
They're probably like alcohol or something.
Yeah, they get rubbing alcohol, pour it, the whole bottle, and then light it on fire. It immediately lights up, and they're trying to put the fire out, so they're not thinking
Slapping
about
it.
Yeah, so they don't even turn the water on. They're like, ah, ah! And like this one guy like dropped on the ground. He's rolling on the ground. His shorts are on fire, and he's like trying to take them off in a panic. I'm like, these people are fucking stupid. You know?
Well, they're probably offended of the people that have nice skin now.
They're like Freddy Krueger, how we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Saying how I imagine his penis looks like a hot dog that's been microwaved too long.
Pops.
The head's like popped open. It's like crack. There's too much detail, right?
A little bit, but it's cool,
A
man.
little bit.
And then we kind of like burn it on the stove, and then we let it in the fridge overnight, and it shrivels. You know,
It's all wrinkled.
yeah. You know. But imagine that then pop back in the microwave and it pops.
Dude, I picture he like has hard spots. I bet. You know what I mean?
That poor little man.
That's why he's always eating birch.
He can't jack off. He got those fucking nails.
Yeah. Unless he
Fingers.
uses his left hand.
Or his
But-
shadow.
Every time you use
Would that
the
be
left hand,
shadow boxing?
it
with your
just don't feel that.
It's a double Dutch order for your shadow. But because he's right-handed, he has a glove on his right hand. But yeah, even if he uses his left hand, he probably can't finish because it's not the same, you know.
Yeah,
You're like, thanks for the effort, but
But
I'll let
no
your hand
way,
take over.
yeah.
you
Never
just
works
don't
out.
have the flick of the wrist.
You know, with the wrist or the right kind of grip, you know.
You should have tried the reverse grip.
The double reverse grip.
Like the shake weight. Man, we went way off topic. Man.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
The show Cops.
Cops.
Live PD. We're talking about
Live
Live
PD.
PD. I don't know how the fuck we went from Live PD to Freddy Krueger's station.
For 12
And we
minutes.
still haven't brought up fucking Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, yeah. And hey, and you were mentioning about they took something off the air, right? Live PD when some guy died.
Yeah. This was a.
Was it like going on live and they just stopped recording?
I'm pretty sure more likely most.
Oh, you weren't watching the
Yeah, I missed
okay.
the episode.
They put technical difficulties.
But it was
Oh, that's the wind.
in March.
What the fuck, my dogs are howling?
Now your dogs got quiet.
Well, because it's probably like the wind doesn't scare them, but they're like with the rain, they'll just run into the room and they'll pass out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They like the wind, probably.
So with Live PD, what was it? I just saw the date right now. March of 2019, Live PD filmed an incident between police and a 40-year-old black man that was ultimately resulted in the man's death. Javier Ambler was stopped by police in Texas for failing to dim his headlights in March of 2019, and was later held down and tased 4 times while a crew from Live PD filmed. Ambler died in custody. Footage of this encounter never aired and was destroyed.
So then it's not really live then. So is it probably delayed?
It's a few second delay to block out like the name, address, information.
And probably curse words too.
And curse words, yeah.
You know, there's gotta be criminals. Fuck you! You know.
Oh yeah. Every now
But then
and
it
then.
has to be more than a couple of seconds, especially if they.
It was broadcast in New York, so it would be a few second delay to get to New York, and then they would delay it, so maybe 15, 30 seconds.
Oh.
So they can be on the red before it got out to everybody
rest.
in the U.S. Not just that, but like also if there was a real bad car accident, they're chasing somebody, car rolls over,
Or they
they
tase somebody 4 times and they die.
chase them, high speed pursuit. If someone were to die live on air,
They
then
get it out.
they get it out.
That way you don't sue
So
them.
what was the cause of death though? Because of the tasing?
Cause of death, I didn't get that far into looking up what killed him, but him being held down and tased 4 times didn't say how he was being held down. Like George Floyd method, the
Method?
Yeah.
Method.
the method of him passing away, the knee in the back of the neck, can't breathe, or simply the guy was.
What was the guy's name that you have right there? The guy that died?
Javier Ambler.
Was he a Mexican dude?
On here it says 40-year-old black man.
Oh, Javier? That's weird.
Javier with a J. Unless it was Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
And whoever wrote the story that I found put Javier.
Like Professor X.
Yeah. But yeah, that's probably one reason why you say off the show or off the air. That and also the protests of Black Lives Matter and
Police brutality.
and the police brutality.
And the whole defund the police.
Yep. That's probably one of it, and it was an awesome show. I fucking loved it.
Man.
Yeah, I loved
He
watching
had a
it.
heart condition.
Oh.
So when he was tased, that was
So they tased him 4 times.
I mean, if he wasn't,
resisting
and, probably moving around, I'm pretty sure they would have tased him some other time.
yeah, just simply doing what an officer's telling you. I mean, yeah,
Pero es otro pedo.
a lot of people see it as that cop is abusing his power, or the government is trying to step down on you, on the man, or the person. It really, honestly, if you're doing nothing wrong, you have nothing to hide. Fucking just do what they say. The faster you get it done over with, you'll be on your way.
That's true.
Other than trying to fight with a cop and argue with him and all that.
Well, you know what's funny though? I know I'm talking about do what the cop tells you, but one time when I had the Camaro and I was going probably 80 miles an hour on the freeway, I got pulled over and I knew I was speeding. And the cop comes over to the window and I don't even roll it down all the way. And the first thing I tell him is why'd you pull me over? And he's like, I need to see your driver's license and registration. And I'm like, I'm not going to give that to you till you tell me why you pulled me over. Me knowing that I was spitting.
You know you fucked up or did wrong.
And he was like, I need your driver's license and registration before I tell you. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to give that to you until you tell me why I got pulled over. So if you're gonna, he's like, I can't hear you. Can you roll down your window? And I was like, nope, that's as long as you're going to get. And I'm like, so if you're not going to tell me. So he went to his car and then he came back. And he's all like, I pulled you over because you were going over the speed limit. He's all like, can I see your driver's license and registration now? And I was like, yeah. So I took it out and I showed him my insurance and everything. He went back and came back and he gave me a warning. And I was being a dick, bro.
See what you should have done when you finally showed him your license and insurance and registration. Instead of handing it to him, you should just put it right on the glass.
Bro, I bet you after that, the next person he pulled over, I bet he was a dick to them.
Probably.
You know
I'm not
what I
gonna
mean?
lie. So he got pulled over and that.
All because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit it, I was a complete dick to that dude. And that dude, he was cool, he never lost his cool. He went to his car, came back in 2 minutes. I think he just looked up my name, as long as I didn't have any warrants, he just came back, gave me the thing, he's all like, alright, you can go. Didn't tell me it was a warning, didn't say anything, all he said is, alright, you can go.
The next person that says, no, you need to tell me why, then I'll give you my ID. He's probably like, he gets flashbacks of when you told him that.
Pulls out his gun.
What the fuck?
He was about to pull the gun out of the holster and he's like, stop, wait.
And his partner says,
He's
he's got a gun!
Mexican with a Camaro.
No shit.
Right, because he had a Camaro. He's like, that's a cool car.
Probably.
Just because it was a Camaro, he's like, God damn!
God damn! You can go now.
First thing he says is he walks up to your window.
Walks up there, fucking ching, ching, ching. You hear it spurs on. I don't know why he has spurs on his cop, but
He's a
ching,
sheriff.
ching. Walks up and puts his hands on his hip. You know, the reflection of him in the driver's window. One just cracks the window just a tiny bit. God damn, homie!
He walks back to his bike and keys. Or his horse, I don't know.
And he's thinking out here, God damn! God damn!
Fucking tires spilling out on his horse. On his thoroughbred. Tires just smelling. Fucking.
The horse,
taking off.
the horse stands up, does that.
No, that would be a story to tell.
That would be funny. And he got on his horse and said, "Oh damn!"
Oh fuck! I wonder what that guy's up to now. I wonder if he's still saying that.
Oh, the ball. I was thinking about the comic. I was like, why the fuck was I didn't know what
I do like that guy. He's like watching his daughter being born, and as a baby's head comes out, God damn,
I with the fucking doctor. The doctor's there, like holding on to the kid so he doesn't drop it. Just, God damn! Scares the shit out of the doctor. The kid hits the floor.
and then
That's
God damn. Oh, so much fuckery. I love it.
Hey, give me enough time. I'll come up with some stupid shit.
yeah, I can do that all day.
I'll come up with some stupid shit, or I'll remember stupid shit that happened back in the day.
It's like unlimited knowledge.
Right? Oh man.
Shout out about that Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. So the other day I was on Facebook and I saw an ad that mentioned Mike Judge, the creator of Beavis and Butthead, the creator of
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, and it was saying that he's gonna reboot Beavis and Butthead, bring them back. Reason being for the people that grew up with it to watch it again,
To continue growing.
to watch it again, and now for this new generation to watch it. But as we know how things are going with this fucking generation,
Nalgas.
how long do you think Beavis and Butthead is gonna last if it's rebooted? 1 season, 2 seasons,
Probably one season.
1 day?
People are gonna get butthurt.
Probably a
there's no way.
season. Because usually with stuff like that, there's contracts and they can't break contracts, so they usually
Oh, they
pay them for.
Live PD. They were signed up for several seasons after all this coronavirus and police brutality and all that. Off the air.
Yeah, but they still got their money, or there's a penalty if something happens.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I mean, the same thing with Beavis and Butthead. I mean, they're probably, I'm going with like a season, then they're gonna bitch about something, and it'll probably go to the second season, but then from there on, it's gonna be like, what's it?
It's gonna be PC. It's gonna be.
Dude, I wonder if metalheads are gonna
PC en español es para
get butthurt.
pedo con cara.
Pedo con calito. Because you know, Beavis and Butthead, they're like metalhead stoners.
Yeah.
So imagine people nowadays get butthurt. They're like, not all metalheads are stoners. I'm offended.
Not all stoners are metalheads.
I just wonder if it's gonna be like Beavis and Butthead at the age that they were back in the '90s, or if it's gonna be Beavis and Butthead older.
Oh, like
Now?
if it's like 20 years later or whatever.
Yeah, like
Oh,
picked
that's
up.
a good one.
Because if you think about it, if he does reboot it, then he has to put in cell phones. Beavis and Butthead never had a cell phone.
Like the Simpsons did. Now they have smartphones.
Yeah.
Shit like
I
that.
haven't seen
Yeah.
a new episode of The Simpsons in a while.
Yeah, they have like smartphones and like they kept up to date.
Yeah, to make it more today.
See what else is their future.
Because I wonder what Beavis and Butthead would do with cell phones.
Or what would they be watching on their television? Because remember, it used to be MTV. MTV is no longer like that anymore.
Yeah,
Now it's like Jersey Shore and all that bullshit. It's not-
16 and pregnant.
yeah, it's not all that music, the good stuff that it used to be, you know?
Yeah, when MTV was fucking like rock music.
In fact,
hip-hop.
Beavis and Butthead was an MTV cartoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they were putting on MTV.
Yeah.
Because during the little breaks between the episode, it would be Beavis and Butthead sitting on the couch
Yeah.
watching a music video.
Mm-hmm. And they talk shit about it.
Yeah, they'd be talking shit about the video. About the guy singing like, oh. I
This shit was
remember Butthead doing that. Butthead would be mocking the guy as he's singing like a low pitched voice. And
They'd be like, hey, look it up. He's dumb.
yeah.
Just
or if it was a song that they really liked, I remember him jumping on the couch and maybe like humping the couch or something, you know, like shaking their ass. They were twerking before twerking was a thing.
That's true.
Beavis and Butthead. See? And it wasn't a bad influence on us. We're not twerking. You know?
No,
Beavis and Butthead in Spanish, it's Beavis y Cabeza de Nalga.
that liquor hits different on Friday nights. Huh?
Hey, oye, Cabeza de Nalga!
And somebody has a little crease on their forehead. Imagine. Cheeks.
Hey, butthead.
Cabeza de Nalga.
I'm pretty sure if you call someone a butthead nowadays, they'd probably be offended.
I know.
He's all, I have a condition.
Yeah.
You're like, well, because you have shit in your head, like that sort of.
Shit for brains, huh?
Shit for brains.
You got shit on your mind?
I'm offended, bro. I'm offended.
But what's the one from Me, Myself, and Irene where when he gets that fucking surgery, big old chin and the fucking clevis or
Oh,
what it's
yeah.
called? Yeah, he takes it off. He's like, damn, Daddy, you can blow your nose and wipe your ass at the same time.
I get it.
But yeah, I'm curious how that's going to work out for Beavis and Butthead.
I want to see that.
What, you know what's coming out this year? Or?
It didn't mention maybe,
Like this year?
if I recall, maybe early 2021.
Probably because this whole Rona bullshit, so wait until
Probably
next year.
voice acting and production and all that.
I hope that guy that was like Hank Hill comes out in that. It was the same voice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Almost the same character, kind of.
the neighbor. Always whacking off in my damn tool shed.
Oh, dang it, Mom.
But yeah, that neighbor, that was basically
Hank Hill without
yeah.
the family and all that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was basically Hank Hill. That's the inspiration behind Hank Hill, if I'm right. Because Hank Hill, it was him and his fucking lawn and his tools.
Whenever I think of like a true American, I think of Hank Hill. I don't know why. There's something about it.
He has the wife, the son, and the daughter, Luann.
Oh yeah, huh?
I was saying, being a cartoon, she's kind of hot.
Remember the episode when Hank Hill smoked weed? It was a trippy episode. I believe it was a 2-part series. I might be wrong, but the way I remember it was a 2-part series. And the first episode left in a cliffhanger. Because
I want to say I do remember it, but yet I'm not sure.
some chick dies.
No.
He's like part of it because they think he's a witness, but he was stoned. So he doesn't want to say that he was there because he was high.
It sounds familiar.
Like, fuck, what happened? I don't remember exactly, but he smoked the joint. He was like all paranoid. And then there was some crazy chick. She like had a shotgun and she crawled in a dumpster because she was gonna kill somebody or something. But like the gun fell and like she blew her brains out accidentally.
Yeah.
And like Hank was in the house when it happened outside or something. But it was a big deal about he didn't want to say what he heard because he heard the shot, so he was like a witness.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to admit that he was there because he was stoned or something like that. But it was weird for King of the Hill.
I might have seen it, but I don't remember exactly.
It sounds familiar, though.
In a way it does, but I just can't. I can't remember anything of the show, that episode of that particular episode. Because I've seen a lot of King of the Hill episodes. So I don't remember. Just usually playing in the background.
Oh.
The only thing I remember from King of the Hill is of course Bobby. That's not my purse.
Hits him in the nuts.
Yeah. I don't know you. Let go of my purse.
I remember there was one where they had an app problem, and like Dale was supposed to like exterminate him, but something happened, or he was looking for the Queen ant or something. But something happened, like there was a whole bunch of ants in the front yard, and Bobby's standing in the front yard, like with his arms up, and he's covered in ants. And he's like, Dad, they like me.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like, he had honey on him, didn't he? Or something?
Oh, I think he did, huh?
Didn't he have honey on him? I think he had
They're
honey.
like all over him. Dad, they like me.
Yeah.
Whoa, Bobby. What the fuck are you doing, Bobby?
Well, my favorite character from King of the Hill is
Dale.
not Dale.
Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
Yeah.
Don't know what the fuck he's saying, but I've known a couple people like that. Hell, I've spoken like that a couple times, and we really never caught on.
Goddamn bitches.
And of course, Dale too. Full government conspiracy.
Yeah.
What's your job?
Yeah. Pocket sand. You know?
Oh yeah. He did that one time.
Uh-huh. But I mean, how for how good King of the Hill turned out for Mike Judge, with him having that under his belt, if he's coming back with Beavis and Butthead, he might be able to hit it off.
Yeah.
Because he has that test of waters, especially with the new generation. But when did King of the Hill stop? Because I don't think they make any new episodes nowadays.
No.
I think it only went on for like 13 seasons.
They're probably all. I think they're all on Netflix, huh?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
They might be. I don't.
I think it was only like 200 and something episodes.
Well, they still replay it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I probably watched almost every episode. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a classic right there.
So with him having that notch under his belt, so yeah, he should know what it's like having to deal with this.
We'll see though.
generation.
But what I'm thinking is probably the people that watch the show now is still people our age or
Mhm.
our generation.
Yeah.
Instead of more people their age. Because I'm pretty sure some of the new kids don't even know what King of the Hill is. They probably heard of it.
Or Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, or Beavis and
yeah,
Butthead.
yeah.
Or even The Simpsons. Like, I mean, I think I have a nephew that I asked him if he doesn't know what The Simpsons are.
But he knows what South Park is.
Yeah, so South Park is like whole different. I mean, South Park is probably more out there than
Say all Mexican.
South
South Park.
Yeah, I know. I'm slurring.
He's all slurred.
But with South Park, they've been around since what, 98? South Park, is that right?
Yeah.
And they've been getting
Bashed since like the first day.
yeah,
though.
since season 1.
They push it.
I know South Park. I didn't get to watch it till later, and then when I watched it, I was like, "Holy crap, that's on TV!"
Yeah,
And I remember it was after 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Because-
uncensored?
Yeah, because you can only watch. They would only play it after 10,
Yeah.
and that's where I would watch it.
Remember, there was a time where Comedy Central, after a certain time, like 11 p.m. or midnight, they would play cartoons uncensored.
Mm-hmm.
So South Park, they would cuss, they say fucking shit, and
Yeah.
Drawn Together, they would show nudity.
Yeah, Drawn
Because-
Together, that
Remember
was
they showed cartoon titties, cartoon dick?
Yeah,
like,
Drawn
on fucking
Together
TV
was
cable.
a crazy,
I never saw that.
crazy show.
I have it on DVD, Drawn Together.
Oh, I saw that one that was hanging around here.
Yeah! Yup.
Yeah, wasn't it like a superhero, like a gang video guy?
Fairy Tale Princess, like a SpongeBob spin-off.
Yeah, some wacky cartoon, Foxy.
Foxy.
I think it was Foxy.
Yeah, and then there was a
That old 30s
like
black and white cartoon.
yo.
Yeah.
She was like Betty Bop style,
Yeah,
and they all lived in the house. It was like that show Big Brother or whatever.
yeah, Big Brother or some famous reality MTV show.
Dude, some of the shit I can't believe they fucking aired that.
Cause like even the clean ones where they didn't show no nudity is just the subject of the episode and
Lots of gay stuff, crude humor,
yeah,
sexist.
a lot of
And
gay
racial.
Indonesian.
I'm trying to remember what the word
It was
is.
even like
I don't know,
racist
that's
shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I remember they made fun of Uncle Ben's or What's that? Is Zataran's rice? The Louisiana?
There's a rice. Zatarans or something like that.
You know how there's like a black dude on there?
Yeah, playing a trumpet, I think.
Yeah! So, like, his character was Foxy's grandpa or dad.
Yeah.
And his secret for the rice, I think he said, he, like, uses his feces or some stupid shit like that. It was weird. But yeah, like, that wouldn't fly nowadays. Drawn together.
I thought you should watch the video on that. I was like on my phone. They're like, the secret ingredient was like his feces. I'm all like,
Yo, what?
like he just became woke.
the Earth isn't flat.
Well, like he just came to what? The Earth isn't round.
It's a disc.
It's a disc that's moving in an upward acceleration at 32 feet per second.
Still, I might be drunk, but I'm not stupid. That's
This
just
might
fun.
go flat Earth.
They come out with some funny shit, bro. It's like,
Yeah. Now, like you can say with the Flat Earth episode, we're gonna try our best not to be biased and
one-sided. We're
Yeah.
doing research.
we should get people that are flat earthers, and it should be us three against three of them.
I'm down if we could find them. They probably won't agree to be on
Your
here.
brother and some of his homies.
what we gotta do, we gotta search around the globe for these people.
You can't. It's not
Around the globe.
Every corner.
Should we bring in Australia?
Well, they're all actors, bro. Australia doesn't exist.
Well, it doesn't exist because Australia can't be upside down.
Right?
There's no shrimps on the Barbie.
Oh, that's a beautiful accent you have. It's Australian.
Yeah.
Austria. Ah.
Oi!
Good day, mate. Another shrimp on the barbie.
Well, so I think that was pretty much it for cancel culture. Unless you guys got anything else in mind.
Well, other than
I'm just disappointed because we haven't eaten the pizza.
Oh fuck! I forgot those pizzas.
well, the cancel culture, they canceled a lot of TV shows. 47 shows, 16 networks, and
Damn.
Live PD. Oh, and Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, a
That's
fucking
what they
kids
left
show.
Wait,
man.
that's a kids show, isn't that the dog one? Why did they cancel that?
Because it's a police dog that
Is a bitch.
no, it's a police dog that's it's a cop, and anything that's cop related right now, the cancel culture wants off.
What if the cop or the dog was a black dog?
I believe the dog Chase, I think
Uh-huh.
is the dog's name on the show.
So is he? Is
Or
he
was
like
it a Dalmatian?
It's a German Shepherd, I believe.
Dalmatian's got to be the fire truck. It's
Yeah.
gotta-
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's a German Shepherd. And,
German Shepherds are like black and brown.
Is
Yes.
Paw Patrol like an alternate dimension? So the cops, these dogs are cops. Do they have human sniffing? Drug sniffing humans.
What is it for a human that's a canine? You know?
Yeah.
So they took it off because the dog is brown?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what's that, but to my understanding, what it was, they took it off because it's a kids show, basically showing that cops are good.
They are. I mean, most of them.
'Cause it's a kids show. They're not gonna show a fucking.
But then they're
dog.
also going to show the firemen taking out fires. They don't do that either.
Hey,
I've
so
never seen the show.
Did toddlers riot and loot? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much the cancel culture, just bitching and crying. Oh, wah.
That's what they started off with. They went from
Paw Patrol. Are you
Paw
kidding
Patrol.
me?
They're like, yeah, we're going to destroy fucking kids' dreams and we're going to go on to the next adult stuff.
But the whole police brutality, defund the police, since that show is about a dog that's a cop, someone bitched about it, and now they're going after that.
That's pretty retarded.
Yeah, I don't know if it has officially been taken off the air or if it's just up in the air. But
What's that one movie with the dude that gets killed at the end with some AKs?
Oh, End of Watch.
End of Watch. We're
With
gonna
the
take
two
that one off.
cops. That was sad, bro.
That was a good movie. It was a Caucasian and a Mexican.
Hey, so the guy who made that movie, he's the one making the new one, the Tax Collector with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, okay.
So you know it's gonna be good, man.
Yeah.
It looks like
And Training Day too. He made that movie too.
Training Day was pretty good. That's a black guy and a white guy, guys.
But hey, they ain't gonna talk about that fucking movie.
Because King Kong has nothing on me.
Or Denzel Washington. He even became a meme when he looks at it. He's like, "My nigga."
Yeah.
It's a fucking meme that says.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and they won't talk about that one.
Denzel, bro. We should take that one down. That one offends me because I'm not black.
Because I am not his nigga, as he calls.
I am not.
Or
I was never a slave.
Yeah. What they need to do is put that one over that Mexican, one of the Mexican guys at the end. Yeah, man, you ready to push shit in?
Oh,
yeah. My shit pushed in. He's like,
That dude Sniper.
that was
His name was
the name,
Sniper. He was Tuco in Breaking Bad.
Yeah. That actor.
He's always call me Sniper. He's always like flexing and shit.
I just thought he was just fucking coked out.
Oh yeah.
That's my only guess.
Because he was getting some shit from Walter White.
It's what's that called when like the story ties into another story and is before it actually happened or something.
Oh,
We
fucking.
could, yeah.
Like a prequel?
A prequel, or there might be another word for it. I can't remember right now. But yeah, anyways, a lot of shit's going on. Cancel culture's fucking up a lot of things. It's getting out of hand. I mean, other than movies and TV shows, the statues.
Oh yeah.
They're tearing down the statues of these so-called racist leaders and whatever else is going on. It's getting out of hand. They don't know the history of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I seen the video where there was an old black dude, because there was protesters there, and there was like some young white people. There was like a white chick, and she was protesting to take the statue down. And this old black dude, he's like, "Do you even know why? Do you even know the history of that statue?" So I think it was Abraham Lincoln or something.
Yeah, they're trying to take down Abraham Lincoln. Not the famous one where he's sitting in the chair,
Mhm.
Lincoln
A huge one.
monument. But it's another one. I think of him. He's standing and there's a black guy on like kneeling down, but
See, he's taking a knee, bro. He's doing it before he came for
he's kneeling down because, as we all know, Lincoln helped free the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
So they see it as Lincoln's powerful and the black man is kneeling before this powerful man. When all reality, the black man is standing up, and they say, "Oh well, he's still got
Oh, shit.
chains on."
I forgot it was even next
So,
like Charger.
but yeah, the statue, the black guy standing up, he still has the chains on. But if you look at the chains are broken. He's now free, and it's Lincoln the one that's there to help him up. I mean, Lincoln ain't nailed over to help him up, but that's the point of the statue.
So was a slave like Shaq from that movie when he was a genie? And at the end he's like, "Oh, I'm free." like a stupid look at his face. "Oh, I'm free." Like,
With Shaq's amazing fucking acting with this.
She got an Oscar. Oh wait, but an Oscar's white because that's an Oscar.
I think it's gold.
Should they give the black people
It's
like
white
Tyrone?
Tyrone. Oh, the name instead of the Oscar.
Oscar.
I always thought Oscar was like a Mexican name. Oscar.
It just depends on how you pronounce it.
Yeah, because I mean Brian is pretty white.
I never heard of a Mexican name Brian though.
I have,
Yeah.
but his mom calls him Brian.
Brian?
So I'm like,
What?
what the hell? That's stupid. But yeah, I mean the Oscar's an Oscar. Wouldn't they get offended if they won an Oscar?
I never thought about the name.
If not now, maybe sometime in the future.
Well, they have the BET Awards. So can we be offended because they have their own awards that doesn't include everybody else?
I think there is Latin awards though.
well,
there's no
but
there's no white
Can people
awards.
get offended because they don't have like I mean, I think they all have their own
Well,
because they have the
like-
country
like,
awards.
How, how about the fucking the Latin Kings of Comedy, the Black Kings of Comedy, the whites? They have blue collar comedy, maybe.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
Ron White.
You might be a redneck if you eat toast off the floor or something.
No, that's just a problem.
You might be a redneck if you put ketchup on your spaghetti.
No, that's just being poor. You might be a redneck if you mow your lawn and you find another car.
Wow.
Damn, that's a good one.
No, that's what I remember saying.
Or a beer bottle, like when you're cutting your grass. Lawnmower.
Yeah, that's what I learned. Okay, don't walk in this area without shoes.
He told me he was cutting his grass with the lawnmower.
Yeah.
And the blades hit a fucking bottle.
Shattered and just threw glass all over the place. I was like, yep. Don't be out here barefooted now.
I think nobody was standing there. Ah!
My eyes, you bastard!
Is that my bad? Are you offended because it's glass and not plastic?
Off in the distance, you're goddamn homie.
He's driving by.
Right?
Back in my day. Back in my day. Hey, we're gonna get a cousin on road. Back in my day. Well,
Yeah, let's go and end it there. We'll pick it up on another Friday.
that was a fun
For
2
some
hours.
Friday night fuckery.
Some more Friday night fuckery. Even though I can't call it that because of Apple. But I'll think of something close.
Some Friday night
Fudgery.
Fudgery.
funkery.
Funkery. I like it.
Fudge it, just put it, bro.
What do you guys think? Should we call? We're thinking the segments we do here. Think about calling it Friday Night Funkery. I like it. It means.
Yeah, because it's funky.
And this Friday Night Funkery was cancel culture. Next time who knows what the fuck's gonna be?
We're probably gonna get canceled from the cancel.
It's the same thing that we don't know what's gonna happen next week on the news on what's gonna happen next.
Or why I woke up with piano wire. I mean, you guys are gonna have to tune in for next episode.
Or why you gotta swipe your finger on his face to unlock him.
You just unlock them.
You're saying
You can do more if you swipe it somewhere else.
My butt. Swipe. Swiper, no swiping.
Not again.
All right. Well, that was fun, guys. That was it for today's cancel culture. Thank you guys for coming by. That was fun. And until next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.